good?
Okay.
Cheers, movie ready guys.
Well, Warren, a disappointing result for your side today. What were your thoughts on your side's performance across the length of the 90 minutes?
Look, disappointing result, no doubt about it. And I think when we started the game really well. I thought tactically we were spot on in what we were trying to do. For 20, 25 minutes, we were in comfortable control of that match. And schoolboy errors, basically. The first goal was really disappointing from our perspective. And the second goal, well, it's a clear error, and it's, he'll learn, and it's, we've got young players that will have to learn from these types of games and moments. But at 2-0, the momentum's completely shifted the other way, and it's trying to find a way back in. So, but credit to us, we came back strong in the second half as well and had our moments. And I think that's the big thing for us today. We got beaten by the key moments in the match.
You talk about schoolboy errors. You compare it to last week when you looked so good, you were so disciplined, probably unlucky not to get something from that game. What was the difference this time around? Why were those schoolboy errors apparent this time?
Well, look, again, I would look at our performance in the first 20, 25 minutes up until I don't know if they had a chance on goal until the corner. I think we were in complete control. We were playing out well. We were making good decisions. And then, look, it's one of those things. So, we'll go back, keep working hard. I'm not going to say it's young players, but it's players that are new in their career in terms of, Milinaric coming in and, he played well last week and started this game well. But that's a learning curve for him. That's something that he needs to learn from. And, for us, we just have to make sure we pick ourselves up. And we've had two pretty tough away games to start the season. And now we have to be positive and look forward to, I guess, kick-starting our season next week at home to Adelaide.
Logistically, as you mentioned, it would probably be difficult in terms of flying in and flying out. But irrespective of schoolboy errors, do you think they're influenced by complexion as opposed to mere situation?
I don't understand the question.
The goals in which they came, you're talking about schoolboy errors, they seem to be influenced by complexion. They seem ready for certain adjustments that you were making as the game went on. How much of it really was down to situation in that respect?
Schoolboy errors. So you think Melbourne Victory were ready for that second goal?
The third goal, yes.
Third goal? Okay. What's your opinion?
You talked about the young players that you're playing and how they are going to make errors. And it has been noticeable about not just this season but also last season, the scope that you give to young players to not just play but actually affect the game and make a tangible impact on it. That's something you're inclined to stick with after this game, regardless of the disappointing result?
Yeah, I think so. I think Kai Truan, came in last year and had a few sticky moments, but then we saw the development of young Kai. So, it's going to happen. Own goals are going to be scored in matches. These things are going to happen. So, I have to find the positives in the game today, and there were plenty of positives in I guess, how we started the game, what we were trying to do. It's not the result we wanted, but yeah, we'll look forwards now.
Is there a temptation for you to just declare these first two games, given all the logistical challenges that you guys have had to face with coming down, to just say, blank slate guys, we go again, the season starts now? Or?
Look, I think, we'd be silly not to look at the complexities around the travel. And we did not want to make excuses, and we didn't want to use that as a hindrance to try and pick up points. We haven't picked up points, so we may as well put a line through it now and focus on our first home game in front of our fans next week and work very hard to try and pick up points. And I guess that's how the games are done now, and we've got 0 points, so we may as well move forwards.
Is there anything different you did with the travel this time compared to last week?
Look, credit to the club and the staff. We did everything we possibly could to make sure we were as prepared as we could be. From logistics the night before to hydration to how we fueled the players. But yeah, at the end of the day, like I said last week, it's we did our part for the league. We had to play the game. We were told we had to play the game, but it's not ideal preparation.
Given you're heading home now, the back to your own boutique stadium to try to replicate some of that yourself with your own home fans?
Yeah, absolutely. We'd love a big turnout for our game next week in front of our fans, and what I can say is that we'll look to put on a good performance for our fans, try and entertain, try and be on the front foot, and get good preparation for a match, which we're looking forward to, and see if we can pick up 3 points.
Just a cursory one before I hand over to Nick. Any injury concerns or fitness concerns coming into this one?
No, not really. I think everyone's pulled up okay. The positives are we had one, got some minutes today, which was his first of the season. Luke got more match minutes. Tom's getting closer to playing. We had, minutes in players that needed, like Jack. And look, I think the pleasing thing for me was probably the last 20 minutes. We got to see Juan, we got to see a couple of the other boys come on. We looked far more mobile. And we were a threat, and I know the game was done, but there's plenty of positives to take out of that last 20.
I mean, one of the big positives was Luke Ivanovic again off the bench, provide a lot of energy, came very close to scoring. I guess how impressed have you been with his first 2 games at the club?
Yeah, very impressed, and the big frustration was we would love to have started him today, but again the type of injury he had, we have to build him up. So. We know he's going to be an important player for us, and he did well. And again, the game, we lost the big moments today. We were 2-0 down, we hit the post, and if that goes to 2-1, then the game changes. And I think a few minutes later they make it 3-0, and it's over. And it's disappointing, but at least Luke came on and had a positive impact today.
Cheers, guys. Thank you.
Cheers. Thanks, guys.
Thank you very much.
Thanks. Cheers.